but I also wear a public hat. I'm a state representative from the Palatine area. And I wanted to talk to the board and the residents to share some of my experiences on this issue, both as a resident of District 211 and as a policymaker in the state. Schools have a duty to protect the privacy, dignity, and safety of all students. And I want to remind the board and all the residents, we're talking about minors here, going through major transitions, not fully understanding all of these issues, and we need to be very, very careful with the policies that we enact, because it will affect them now and for decades in the future. As I mentioned, the District 211 issue led me to really look at this issue in greater depth. I support common sense. It's common sense not to force boys and girls to undress together in locker rooms or shower rooms. The dignity, privacy, and safety of every child matters. All school policies must respect the needs of all children. Schools can accommodate a small number of students with different needs without compromising the rights of every other child and their parents. And as I said, I think there can be a compassionate, reasonable, common sense compromise approach. And so I filed legislation, House Bill 4474. I have nearly 30 co-sponsors, Republican and Democrat, from Northern Illinois, Central Illinois, Southern Illinois. What I found, it's not a partisan issue. This is just an issue of common sense and compassion. And what it does is, it gives every student the safety and privacy that they need. For those students who cannot, for whatever reason, use a facility that corresponds with their objective biological sex, it gives those students privacy, a place to use the restroom during the day, and it does so without interfering with the safety and privacy of all the other students, or the majority of the students, I should say. Because what we do, our needs as human beings differ. That's why we have separate facilities for bathrooms and locker rooms and changing areas. We have objective differences, our biology, our physiology. And I think this bill is something that you should look at. It's a policy that we don't need state legislation to enact it. A school district can enact it. School districts around the country have enacted this legislation, again, because it's compassionate and common sense. And with that, I just thank you for your time.